Yo, what is up? Welcome to the intro module. I'm literally so excited to have you here with me right now because you've taken the first step in investing in yourself, your future self, and your growth. Like the strategies we're going to go over in this course, these are learnings that I've gotten over the past 11 plus years through diverse experiences. And I'm genuinely so looking forward to how I'm able to put them together and express them to you, but then also how you take them to implement them in your own life so you can create a life that's more meaningful and purposeful for you. It looks different for everyone. My name is Ashan, and I wanted to talk a little bit, just a little bit about myself before we start heading into the actual course. And of course, I'm going to go through more specific experiences in different modules, but just to give you a quick recap of what my journey has been like over the past 11 plus years and why it makes sense that I'm making this course. Up until I was 13 years old, I was living in New Delhi, India, and I was pretty much on autopilot, like most children are. But after I moved to the United States, which was on Halloween in 2013, I think that's when my life started to take a complete shift in a different trajectory, and I started to think more. I was more self aware and more conscious of my environment, how I was approaching things. And at that time period, my family's financials weren't that good. In fact, the first couple of months, I was sleeping on the floor at my grandparents' apartment. Now I have my own house. Like, it's just a crazy journey that I've been over the past 11 years. And in high school, I understood, I need to go to a good college, which means I need to work hard so I can get a scholarship. That's exactly what I did, going from a public high school in Queens to getting a full tuition scholarship to go to a private institution. It's a real experience. And it didn't stop there. In college, I understood that if I want to keep pursuing my passion for science and space sciences, like I need to keep working hard, I need to do research projects, all these things. But throughout the time I experienced, I'll get into this in a minute, but college was another time where I worked really hard. And following graduation, actually in May of 2022, I was at this crossroads of where I had this choice to take research positions, which were going to pay me like 30, 40K a year. But I also had the skill set to go to big tech. And I ended up taking a job in healthcare IT, working at one of the largest healthcare IT companies in the world, like literally, and almost making close to six figures right out of undergrad. And that's something that made me really proud in that moment. And it was an experience that I chose because I also got the chance to move away halfway across the country, away from my friends and family, which gave me so much solitude and time to keep growing and elevating my personal life and determining, what are the voices in me, what are the beliefs in me that were mine versus what were put in there by other people. Following, so we've covered high school. 2018, I graduated high school. 2018 to 2022, I was in college, and then from 2022 to mid of 2024, I was working at the healthcare IT company. In May 2024, I decided to transition because I was like, I really want to go back to the sciences, and I had been planning that transition, so I was applying to graduate schools over the second half of 2023. And the summer, as soon as I quit my job in summer 2024, I actually lived in Sweden for a couple of months working on a research project, and then as soon as I came back, I started graduate school at Purdue in planetary sciences, and I just recently finished my first semester. The second semester is about to start. So that's where I'm at right now at the moment of recording this video for the intro module. And again, like I said, like I'm gonna go into the specific experiences about which lessons I had to learn the hard ways and how to implement those learnings as we continue to go along the course. But I wanted you to have an idea of where I came from and where I am now, so you can also start to think about where you are now and where you would want to see yourself in a few years. This course is, dude, this encompasses learnings from the past 10 plus years of my life, like a decade's worth of experience, so that you can continue to get in touch and connect with your true inner self so that you can live a more authentic life. Let's head into some of the things that we're going to talk about in the course. And starting off with, why am I even making this course? This course is designed to help you define what success means to you and how to achieve this success with intent and purpose by integrating scientific principles and spiritual practices. It's about creating a holistic and balanced approach to personal growth so that it becomes a lifestyle. We're not just doing this for a short run, like a few months or like 1 year. No, these are strategies and learnings that will help you for your entire life. And we want them to seamlessly integrate into your daily lifestyle so that it doesn't even seem like you're forcing this growth. The goal is effortless growth. And the way, well, I shouldn't say effortless growth, but it should seem like it's effortless because it's coming so naturally. Like, that's what we have to keep in mind. So the course has 9 modules and a bonus one, and all of these are going to focus on diverse aspects of personal growth, how to implement the strategies that are going to work for you. Again, this is not a cookie cutter course. This is not just one size fits all type of thing. I will give you many different tools, resources, strategies, and I'm going to encourage you to try out different ones to see which ones fit well with your lifestyle and which ones you can actually implement and continue on for an extended period of time. Consistency is the game. Oh, fuck, I forgot to mention if this is going to be something that's like the videos are conversational style. It's not going to be any hyper edits or cuts or anything. In fact, like most of them are going to be like one record straight through, and it's just a way to keep things natural and so that you can see me like naturally and you don't have to like you just don't I just don't like hyper edited stuff, and that's not something I'm for. So like I said, conversational style videos makes it more natural. And I'm someone who's focused on action oriented learning, because the best way that I learned is by actually doing. When I was in my science classes, I didn't learn by just listening to the lectures. I learned by doing practice problems. I learned by answering questions that people asked me. That's how you learn. You learn by doing. And that is the goal of this course, which is why each video, each module is going to have an actionable step at the end of the video that you can implement right away to see and implement changes in your life. By the end of this course, you're going to have ideally a personalized plan for sustained personal growth, which should empower you to achieve success with intent and purpose. It's not about the material things. That's not what my journey has been. Well, at some parts it was, but since then there's also been spiritual growth, right? And we're going to talk about the two separate aspects, the science and the spirituality portions, and how to blend the two. Again, to create the life that has meaning for you. And to get the most out of this course, I encourage you to actively engage with each module and complete any action steps that are in that module before heading on to the next one. And if you feel like you need to jump back to a previous one, then feel free to do so. But please don't try to jump ahead to the end. It's just not going to be something that benefits you in the long run. Applying these concepts in your daily life is crucial for meaningful transformation and for you to actually notice the changes. So again, make sure you complete the action steps. Commit to this journey of self-discovery and intentional growth, because remember, you're doing this for yourself. You're not doing this for me. You're not doing this for others. You're doing this so you can unlock the potential that's already within you, to embody that higher version of you that is literally yearning for expression from within. Like, I know you have that inner calling, because that's exactly what I had when I was younger, which pushed me to learn these things. And now that you're here in this course and you've even made it this far into the video, like, that's how you know, that's your sign that you're ready for this transformation for yourself. Don't forget that. I also highly recommend that you document your journey so that you can yourself see and witness your growth and the changes over the next few weeks and the next few months. That's actually one of the main reasons that I create content, is because I'm able to look back and derive learnings from my experience from that time. In fact, sometimes in present life, I feel so, whenever I feel lost or I feel like I need guidance, I actually turn to my own videos from the past, and it's always so humbling. It always makes me feel so grateful that I recorded and documented that part of my life, because it's helping me out now. And I encourage you to do the same. So every time you watch a module or you implement an action step or just start on a new habit, going off from this course, make a post on Instagram and make sure you tag me at spiritual-ish_. Again, that's spiritual-ish_. With all that said, I hope you're as excited as I am, and let's kick things off by the actionable step starting this module. Now that we've gone through some of the basics of what to expect from the course, I want you to set a personal intention for the course. Grab a piece of paper or go on your notes app on the phone, whatever it is, and just write down what you're hoping to achieve by the end of this course. Think of it, why am I doing this course? Why am I watching these videos? What do I hope to gain? Ask yourself these reflection questions of why you're doing this, because this is going to set literally such a solid and strong foundation for future you. And the reason I say this is because in the past, whenever I've had goals, I've always attached a why, a purpose to the goals. And it's so powerful on those days when you don't feel like it, when you're like, I have so much other stuff going on, I have this, I have that, I don't feel good. All these excuses, they come up. It's part of life. That's how life is. But you have to remind yourself of why you started that thing. Like, why are you doing this? And if that why is strong enough, it's going to push you. And one of the best examples that I can give from my personal experiences of why is doing it for yourself. Doing it to see the best version of you. The reason I say that is because one of the questions that really haunted me in the past and really seeded most of my internal conflict was, how can you live comfortably knowing that you had more to offer but simply chose not to give in your best effort? It's something that I constantly think about whenever I'm pursuing something that's really important to me, because it's not fair. It's genuinely not fair if I choose to do something but then I don't put in my best effort for it, because I'm only cheating myself. I'm not cheating anyone else. I'm only cheating and disrespecting myself. And that's not what we want to do. So be sure to complete the action step. Like I said, it's going to set up that strong foundation. Think about why you're pursuing this course and set that intention, so that whenever you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this action step, I don't want to watch the video today, whatever it is, you can come back to that why, and hopefully it will give you that spark to be like, fuck it, like everything else is going wrong, but I committed to this, so I'm going to get this done. In the next video, we're going to dive into the foundations of personal growth and self-improvement, and I will see you there.